Hello everyone, a very good morning to all of you. I hope you all are fine and doing good at your end. As we know that we had completed our first chapter, means introduction of nanoscience and nanotechnology, in which we just learn something about nanoscience. That means what is nanoscience, what is nanotechnology. After that, we just seen nanomaterials. There are varieties in nanomaterials. Nanomaterials applications. They are very applicable for various areas. So I hope you just think and remember all that previous last session's thought. Today we will discuss something about surface engineering. That means this is our new chapter. Chapter name is surface engineering, and the student who just taken fabrication technology in their diploma, they just know the things about the surface engineering. That's why we just taken this chapter. So, if we talk about this surface engineering, before we start, we just know something about the surface engineering. That means surface engineering is nothing but it refers to a wide range components for decorative and functional purpose, right? So surface engineering nothing but it's just used for a decorating purpose and used for function of purposes, which is we can say it is applicable for metallic and non-metallic both, right? If we talk about the use, then the surface engineering generally allows to use the material exactly where it required vastly possible using as a cheaper or less intensive material for the substrate. Subject to certain condition, for an example, a previous adapted load support to coating in load bearing application, right? So it is a one example which we can see that surface engineering is very useful or very applicable, and we know that exactly when it's required we will work as a surface engineering. After that, if we talk about the different categories, right? I mean, what is surface engineering different categories, then we can simply exemplize that well established surface engineering techniques generally are electroplating, anodizing, surface hardening, carburizing, nitriding, thermal spraying, chemical vapor deposition means CVD. It is the most important topic, CVD, chemical vapor deposition, and the last I think that is physical vapor deposition method, matlab PVD. So these are the main surface engineering categories in which we will see various types of surface engineering processes. Surface science engineering is nothing but it is a one type of study of phenomena occurs when two surfaces of matter interact, right? That means it's incredibly important in the field of heterogeneous catalysis, semiconductors, electronics, media, I think, and nano fabrication part. All this study is nothing but a one type of nanoscience and engineering process, right? If we talk about the engineering, how we bind or how we prepare surface, how we uh, doing any surface preparation, then surface preparation is or surface engineering is nothing but a one type of bonding, adhesive bonding process in which two surfaces together, usually with a creation of a smooth bond. They may involve use glue, epoxy, or one of wide range plastic agent which bond either through evaporation or a solvent through curing via heat time and pressure. So it is nothing but one type of adhesive process, and we know that we will basically learn adhesive process in our manufacturing session when we learn fabrication technology, right? So adhesive bonding is a use when we doing surface engineering. So first of all, we have to learn what is surface engineering and why surface engineering is useful. So today we will discuss something about surface engineering. Let's see. Surface engineering is the sub-discipline of material science which deals with the surface of solid matter. Right? That means surface engineering is possible. It is a study minimum for the surface engineering. If we want to work into the surface, then minimum two surfaces which is solid we can work out on the surface of solid matter. Solids are composed of bulk material covered by a surface. The surface which bonds the bulk material is called the surface face. We know that the top portion of the body, which is generally a surface, that surface is a surface face which is recovered by a bulk material, right? The surface face of a solid interact with the surrounding environment. The interaction can degrade the surface face over time, right? We know that every surface, each surface or every phase of the workpiece is interact with surrounding environment. They have great surrounding effects, means environmental effect on the face. So it will create or it will convert into a defect mode if environment is wrong or in opposite direction of our material. Surface engineering involves altering the property of surface in order to reduce the degradation over time. So surface engineering is nothing, a one type of protection, a one type of alternative property which save, which protect the surface from the environment, right? Or it is used for reducing the degradation of surface from over time. So surface engineering is most importantly topic, and it's required uh, robust to the environment in which it will be used, right? So when we preparing or even working on surface engineering, then it is acclimatized by robust, means the all the process is handled by robots regarding environmental which will be used. If we see next, then surface engineering is generally used in which area. So we just seen this one type of figure here, means surface engineering generally used for sensors, transducers, optical devices or display, decorative coating, thermal coating, corrosion resistance, friction or wear control, electronics devices and data storage. So the application of surface engineering is wide in engineering field. So it is the most important topic for us as an engineer and as a fabricator. We have to know the condition, the situation of surface when we joining the materials. Then let's start. What is surface engineering? With nanotechnology and advanced surfacing. So we'll start with some introduction of surface engineering. Nanotechnology and advanced surface engineering offer many competitive advantages. This emerging field play a vital role in Sweden's dominant material-based industry with new and promising application in tomorrow's product. Right? As we know that developing new techniques and improving every processes. So when improvisation is possible in every situation, in every draw, then surface engineering also develop day by day. So in future or tomorrow's product, when we can say that especially the environment when the environment is in a moisture condition, right? If we talk about the country which is uh, generally have a winter or you know uh, low summer, high winter, and sometimes it's cover overseas condition. Overseas condition means when uh, the rain condition or drizzling condition are there, so our product or our workpiece will transport or possible to damage or corrosion. So to start with corrosion process, we have to modify our surfaces, so we can you know modify our surface with two methods generally: convex texturing and concave and convex both, right? So some when our material is in a convex and concave shape, it is possible, and some properties are also great for surface engineering, right? This film application by vapor method affect virtually every product around us. It is an enabling technology for require thin film material based on the process that we are currently exploring. This may be flat panel display, DVD, bioplants, precision bearing, high frequency filters, magnetic memories and sensor, durable light metal alloy components for engines, X-ray mirror, chemical or for engine X-ray micros, chemical and biosensors, optical coatings. So there are various method and various application of surface engineering. When we can say that a small part to large part, right, in size, we can improvise our surface. So the high frequency filter we are using, DVD are using, bearing, precision, magnetic memories, that all material are needed some surface engineering treatment. So it is very important as a engineer to treat in a surface. So surface engineering is nothing but a one type of preparation process which can protect the surface from the environment, right? In particular, our research caters directly to the tooling, automotive, electrochemical, biomedical, energy and electronics industry sectors. So generally we that knew that surface engineering is generally used in every section or every sector. So surface engineering most important. If we talk about the thin film technology, elements and nano and microstructure design, technology for a number relating high technology. They are using nanoparticles for surface preparation, right? So surface engineering is important, we know, but when we are using surface engineering process, when we are preparing surface, then generally we can use nanomaterials for smooth finishing, for smooth rotating, for smooth surfacing, right? So that's why surface engineering is concluded as a topic in our NSC subject. I hope you just understand something about the surface engineering. Uh, if we talk about the surface engineering, then the introduction is base thought, and I hope if you want to more understanding thing, you just prefer one textbook, fabrication technology, diploma 6M. You can understand surface engineering easily because there are Gujarati and English medium both are available in a book as a fabrication technology, and so that's our topic, today's topic. So I hope you all understand this thing. So today's task is what is surface engineering, write importance of surface engineering, right? uh, Repeating, I am first our task, what is surface engineering, and write importance of surface engineering in NSE, nanotechnical or nanoscience. I hope you understand. If you have any doubt, any query, then ask me anytime. Stay home,